Good day to all of you. I wanted to take a few moments to emphasize and promote something very, very important that'll be happening here in the next few weeks at the Apostolic Church here in Salem. I hope you'll be a part of it, and it's going to be exciting. It's exciting every year, and the Lord blesses in a very special way. It's our Family Emphasis Month. It's a little longer than a month. It's 5 weeks of ministering to families. Now, we know families come in all shapes and sizes in the day in which we live. And we're going to try to minister to the family in a very broad way, in a different way every week. And not only minister to families, but also consider how we as the people of God can minister to families in our community. So it's a double-edged sword, and we hope that you'll be a part of it in the next 5 weeks, beginning September the 6th, going through October the 11th, those 5 weeks. Interestingly, the word diaper spelled backwards spells repaid. Repaid. Think about that for a moment. I just returned from a week of vacation with my family, my children. We had a wonderful time. Families are so very special, and they are very unique. Families are all different. And so we want to minister to the family the next 5 weeks. I believe it's our God-given mandate to make disciples, and I believe our homes can be places where disciples are made as well. And so we're going to have panels, special speakers. We'll hear a lot of different voices coming up in the next 5 weeks. But I want to encourage you to be a part of it, to tune in. If you're not attending physically, please be a part of the live stream and tune in for that. If you're attending one of the divided services, please be faithful to that. And the reason is, I look back last year on our family emphasis time, the notes that I had, and on Wednesday, September the 18th, on a Wednesday night, we had a panel discussion on how to bring godly principles into our homes, how to teach those in our homes, and how to instill those in our children, our families. And the last question on that particular panel was this question: if the church shuts down, what would your family know about God? And we just considered on that Wednesday night, what would it look like if we couldn't come on Sunday or Wednesday or whatever days or nights the church service may be happening? What would it look like going forward? Who would know in just a few short months the church would be shut down, so to speak, and we would go live on the internet, and that's all fine and good. But the principles of prayer and Bible study, those would be suddenly pushed into behind the closed doors of every family and every home. And that was an important question last year. Was it prophetic? I believe in some ways God was helping us to consider what might happen if we were put in those situations. I believe this family month will be just as prophetic. I believe God's going to help us not only where we are, but going forward. And so we're going to have a number of panels on Wednesday night. Wednesday night will be strictly reserved for panel discussions, and we want you to tune in for that. We'll talk about marriage, how to enrich your marriage, how to prepare for marriage, and that's going to be an exciting time. We'll have an elders panel. I'm excited about this. We're going to hear testimonies from those that's traveled the road of faith for some years, to learn from the pros, so to speak, about marriage, raising children, spiritual growth, some of those issues. We'll also have a spiritual growth panel where we'll hear from 3 different speakers and how they grew spiritually, how they continue to grow spiritually. And then we'll have a panel about special care panel, which deals with aging spouses, aging parents, how to minister to them, maybe even handicapped issues, special care panel, and what that looks like, and how we as a church can help parents, spouses, families that deal with special needs. And we're excited about that. That's going to be an addition this year to our Family Emphasis Month. And our last panel on the last Wednesday of our Family Emphasis time, we'll consider our community as family. Now, here in Salem, the great community where our church is located, there are a number of great organizations that minister to our community. And we want to consider how we as a church can join hands with them, be a part, whether personnel or equipment. And there's a lot of great organizations that minister to our community, and we want to consider those and talk about how to be involved in those. Also exciting, a new addition this year will couple with our district, Illinois District Men's Ministries Department. And on September 14th, 15th, 17th, and 18th, they're having an online live stream. They're encouraging men's groups to have a watch party, and we're going to try to make that happen in some way. But they'll be discussing with different speakers and panels about balancing life and work and your role as a father, as a husband, in ministry. They'll talk about spiritual leadership in the home. They'll have a session on overcoming pornography, a panel discussion on that, and then a very important time of transparency among men and accountability. Those will be great sessions, and we want you to be a part of that. Also, an exciting thing we always enjoy is the getting to know you segments, and this is where we interview people that maybe are new or have moved to Salem and are attending our local church, and it's just a way to get to know them a little more. And those provide a time of laughter, and we get to know folks, and those are always special times, very popular. It closes out with our family camp out, a very special time of fellowship, October the 8th through the 11th this is a very exciting time. Our October the 11th service on Sunday will be held at the Boulder Campground at Carlisle Lake. Brother Nick Mahaney will be speaking at that. It's always a wonderful week of fellowship, food, getting together. Now, I will say this, as of right now, it is still on the schedule. That could change, and it may change. Some of the activities that we usually customarily do at that camp out may be changed as well. But as of right now, we're still planning that event to close out our Family Emphasis Month. So I hope you'll come be a part of it. It's going to be exciting, and don't miss out on Family Emphasis Month at the Apostolic Church the next 5 weeks. May God richly bless all of you. Hope to see you soon.